Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you a Tardis that me and a friend of mine have been making. For those of you who somehow do not know, the Tardis is space the spaceship or whatever that the Doctor travels around in the popular TV series Doctor Who. It's bigger on the inside, travels through time and space, and it's supposed to be disguised as an old British style police telephone box. The reason why they used that for the disguise is when the show came out, that would have been a very effective disguise. But obviously it's not anymore, but it's just become such an iconic image related to the show that they just don't change it. And the way they explain it in the show is the TARDIS has a chameleon chip, which basically, when the TARDIS lands in a time period, it'll disguise itself as something that makes sense in that area. But the Doctor landed in like that time period of British history when these things were everywhere, disguised the TARDIS as one of these, and got stuck and can't be changed. However, in more recent ones, they've explained that it is possible to fix, they just don't. But anyways, as you can see, there's an endless amount of redstone involved with this. This part here is very new. I just added this just now, actually. So yeah, I'll probably do another video explaining all the redstone. Probably link that in the description, so if you want to watch that, it'll be available. But without further ado, let's check it out. This is where the TARDIS currently is. We can walk inside. Oh, yeah. Now we're inside. This is the console room, is what we've been calling it. And we can actually take off. Oh, server lag. Yep. And now if we walk out the door, you'll notice that we actually have moved. What? Okay. Just took a second to update. Yeah, with the new rendering engine and stuff with the 1.8 updates, it makes the game run a lot more efficiently, but you get graphical issues like that happening every so often. But yeah, the TARDIS does move. Well, it shut the door on me. It's got these 3 locations to pick from right now. It's very easy to set up new ones, because I track everything with rabbits. You know, these little guys here. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I keep track of everything pretty much. And so yeah, all you have to do is just place down a new sign that contains the information. In fact, I'll set one up right now on camera. I got the instructions over here, but I don't need to read them. You'll set one up over here. Do believe this is the right spot. Yeah, it should be. Oh. Is there a coal in there? I don't know. I don't think there is. And then we put the bunny in. And there you go. When I was asking if it was the right spot, I was wondering if that was deep enough down, because that's important. So now that officially qualifies as a location where the TARDIS can officially land. Or, well, I don't know. And what it does is whenever the TARDIS moves, it will pick one of the preset locations at random. So it's completely random. So you do run the chances of taking off then landing exactly where you just were, which is annoying. I've tried to do something about it. It hasn't worked. And so yeah, that spot should now officially be a location. Let's see if we can try and get to it. Oh, hello. It'll take a couple tries. Yeah, no colons. Okay. Yeah, you see, we ended up at the exact same location. That is the issue with complete randomness. Yep, see? We're now at the new location. So now the TARDIS has 4 locations it can pick from. And yeah, again, that's the issue with having it being completely random. And actually, Apple actually had an issue with that once before with the shuffle mode in music libraries. People kept complaining about how they were detecting patterns, like it would play the same song twice or playing 2 songs from the same artist in a row, and so they were thinking it's not completely random. But the thing is, though, it was completely random. It's just that we humans are really good at noticing patterns, and so like even though it's 100% random, our brains will pick out a pattern because it's a randomly generated pattern. It's not an intentional pattern, it just happens. And so what Apple did to take care of that is they made it less random so it would seem more random. Yeah. And so that's basically what I was trying to do with this, but it wasn't working. I don't know. But anyways, one more thing to show you with the exterior part of the TARDIS here is if we get the TARDIS key, we can trigger it manually, and it'll actually flash. It should appear at one of the other locations. Again, we're going to have to get up close to it for it to update because, yeah. Where'd it go? Oh, man. There it is. Yeah. And basically what that does is once it stopped flashing over there, it started flashing over here and the sound also followed. So if you were over here when it started flashing over here, you would be able to hear the sound again. And you may notice that when opening this door, it'll close itself on you. That's because it's constantly refreshing that with that over there. So it's basically just constantly copying this to over where the bunny that tracks where the TARDIS is, which is over here right now. And so when you open the door, it'll then refresh. However, you can open the door and keep it open because the door over here is being continuously synced with the door over here. So if we were to open this door, it'll be cloned over here, and then that gets cloned over there, and so when it renders, you'll see that it's open again. So that we can go inside the TARDIS. We can get our sonic screwdriver as well. Oh dear, server lag. And the sonic screwdriver is the part that I was just putting in before I started recording this video. So it's this bit over here. Basically what it does is if you're within 5 blocks of a door that's been preset as a sonicable door, and you do sonic door, it can open and it can close. So far this is the only door that's set up to be sonicable, and so far it can only work with wooden doors. However, it should be However, in order to change it to like iron doors or another type of wooden door, it's just as simple as changing out these. However, it's not as easy as it sounds because you need to have one of these for every single orientation the door can possibly be in, so that it's guaranteed to work every time. I'm considering about doing this for the Tardis door, but that'd be a bit difficult because of just how things are already set up. I'll go over that in the Redstone video. But yeah, here's the feature board of the Tardis as it is. That needs to be changed. I added a couple other rooms. Yeah. So now if we go back into the Tardis by going out and then back in. Hello? There we go. These buttons here control the hallway lights. So that's what the bunnies are above the hallways here. I'll show you that in a second. And here's the library. I spent about 40 minutes writing a book that was in an item frame right here. But the MBT tag got screwed up, and so yeah. So this little special area here is no longer useful for anything. But yeah, this is the library, and then over here we've got the pool. It's a big pool. When we started designing this room, we decided, Tardis is supposed to be infinite in size on the inside. So why limit ourselves on the rooms? Then we built this and decided, you know what? Let's have an upper limit. There should be an upper limit. But yeah, we've got a nice diving board. All things, when you consider like the scale of this game, this is a very big pool. It's massive. And also, if you've got a couple other friends in your Tardis and you're feeling a bit competitive, you can have a little race. Needs to render in. And then when you're done racing, you can put all that back away. And there's one other room that I started working on, but I'm not exactly sure what I want it to be. I'm thinking of having it be like the closet area, which is actually shown in which is actually seen in the show a couple times. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen this show. Well, it's not much to spoil. It's only like a 5-minute scene every so often. Well, like 10-second scene actually. It's basically whenever the Doctor regenerates. Well, there we go. Spoiled some of it. Yeah. Yeah, that'll probably... regeneration is a very big part of the show, but I know I didn't know that the Doctor could regenerate until I watched it. So, yeah, I guess I spoiled that for some people somewhere. I don't know. But, yeah. It's where the Doctor keeps his clothes. That took a long time to explain the purpose of that room. It's such a simple room, too. But, yeah, now I'll show you the hallway light switch. Just push the button, and it all goes dark. The pool room's dark by default right now, and I've got the hall lights set up in the library. You can turn that back on. Don't know why I added this feature, just felt like it. Those signs aren't really useful for anything, it's just notes for ourselves. Anyways, yeah. That's just about it. When you're inside the TARDIS, it doesn't matter where you are inside the TARDIS, you can hear the TARDIS sounds when the TARDIS moves. then if you're outside the TARDIS, you have to be near the outside TARDIS to be able to hear it. Oh yeah, the door also closes itself when the TARDIS moves. But yeah, if we move away from that thing there and do it, you won't hear it. And also another thing you'll notice is the block there changes. The very top block here changes when the TARDIS moves. And we've got a little prototype for like an alarm sound here. You need to be inside the TARDIS to hear it. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, if we go inside. Yeah. Could be heard throughout the TARDIS. Not really sure how we're going to use this yet, but if you ever do have a situation in which we would need an alarm sound, we got one. Yeah. So that's just about it. In terms of who's done what so far, me and my friend Digbop that have been working on this, and basically so far what Digbop has done is he's designed the appearance of the TARDIS on the outside. He did the dome ceiling. It's not really a dome, but it's close enough. And he designed the bridge here. This little bridge thing. And he helped me build the pool room. He didn't design any of the pool room, he just helped build it. Pretty much everything else I've done. So anything that Digbop didn't design, I had to design, and I've done all the redstone so far. But it's a good thing, because if he tried to do redstone, he can't. He just can't. Another feature I forgot to mention with the door of the TARDIS itself is if it's closed and you walk out, it plays the door opening and closing sounds, and those can be heard within a certain range of the TARDIS here and within a certain range of the door of the TARDIS over there. And that's to create the illusion that you opened the door and closed it behind you. And don't really have to deal with doing that on the way in, because you open the door and it closes itself behind you. And you can't enter the TARDIS while it is closed. And same thing with if the TARDIS is moving, you cannot enter or exit the TARDIS if it's currently in motion. But yeah, that's about it. Probably do the redstone video after this, while I go over all the redstone. So yeah, see you guys next time. I forget the key combo.